Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Adriana DC. Tonight's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my November perfume tray. Now, I have not given you guys a perfume tray in a hot minute, you guys. I usually give you a weekly lineup of all the fragrances that I'm going to be playing with, but I haven't done that in a long time. But tonight, I'm going to give you guys a lineup of all the fragrances that I intend to wear for the month of November. Whether or not I give you guys a tray, every week or monthly or whatever, I do rotate my fragrances. I do, select, different scents on a daily basis to wear. I decided that I would give you guys my lineup for this November. So if you guys are interested in seeing my perfume tray for the month of November, all the fragrances that I intend to wear for the starting of the winter season, then by all means keep on watching. If you guys are new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit the notification bell so that way you will be notified every single time I upload. And for those of you who are my returning subscribers, thank you guys for your continuous support. So let's just get right into it because I have lots of exciting goodies, fragrances that I myself am very, very excited to wear and kind of like bask in. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So the first fragrance I'm going to be wearing in the month of November is Kayali Rose Oud from the Oudgasm collection. Now, this is a very beautiful, bright, citrusy, musky rose and oud fragrance, just like the name implies. It's a beautiful smelling fragrance with a very prominent oud note. You get lemon, musk, rose, and there's some geranium in here. So a bit powdery, definitely has some longevity to it. I do believe this fragrance will wear beautifully, during the fall and winter season. Even though it has a bright, citrusy elements in it, I do think this fragrance will wear beautifully for the November months and throughout the winter season as well, because it does have, that prominent oud note in it that kind of gives this fragrance a lot of presence. So I will most definitely be playing with this perfume, and I can't wait to bask in this beautiful scent. So this is Rose Oud from the Oudgasm collection. Next up, I am going to be playing with one of the most exciting discoveries that I've made this year. And the fragrance I'm talking about is Khamrah by Latafa. Bet your life, you guys. Prepare to see this fragrance in constant rotation. Like, I don't know if you guys had a nickel for every time I said that since the fall season start. But yeah, beautiful, boozy, spicy, sweet praline, cinnamon, vanilla, and akigalawood smelling fragrance. Okay, the essence of dates, sexiness in galore, the most beautiful and scrumptious discovery I've made this year. Do I love this fragrance, you guys? I can't tell you how much I love this perfume. This is like the ideal fragrance to pull for the fall and winter season, and I just can't wait. I mean, I have been playing with it a little bit, since I purchased it. I have been playing with it a little bit, you guys, but I want to give this, fragrance a whole season, or should I say a whole month, to kind of like, reign, or to, to really play with it a lot. But yeah, I can't wait to wear this fragrance throughout the fall and winter season. Next up, I'm going to be pulling for my beautiful, sexy, intoxicating French Coffee by Rehab, you guys. And this is a fairly new, discovery as well. And oh my God, am I in love. This is a creamy, milky French caramel coffee latte smelling fragrance. I don't know if I can put in words how beautiful this fragrance is. It has like a very, melted caramelized toffee essence, some milk, vanilla, and coffee in this fragrance is quite light and beautiful and sexy. The overall feel of this perfume, it is intoxicating. It is such a delicious smelling perfume. It is warm, it is cozy, it is a very comforting scent. These are the type of fragrances that you kind of like crave, especially right now. Right now in England, dear God, it is cold as hell. So these type of fragrances, just cuddling up at home, or even when you're out and about, smelling this fragrance on you or on your jacket is just the most cozy and the most comforting thing ever. So Bet Your Life French Coffee is also going to be in constant rotation. I love this perfume and I just can't get enough of it, and I will most definitely be wearing this fragrance out throughout the month of November. So this is French Coffee by Rehab. The next fragrance I'm going to be pulling for the month of November is Casablanca by Swiss Arabian, and this is a beautiful intoxicating scent that I also recently added to my collection because I'm just late on the bandwagon. But this is an absolutely beautiful fragrance. This is a bright citrusy apple fragrance with the essence of amber, and there's some caramel in here. So the perfume opens up very citrusy and bright and warm and sweet, and then it develops into somewhat of a heavy, very warm, cozy caramel essence with some ambery touches to it. This is a beautiful thick fragrance that is a little bit, has quite a decent projection, but it's a very interesting fragrance in my opinion, in the way that this fragrance, you know, kind of like envelops on the skin. It's a beautiful scent with, you know, a very bright present, a bright burst of apples in the opening, and you just think that this fragrance is just going to be like a citrus perfume, and then it just warms up on the skin and projects like crazy. There's no doubt in my mind that this fragrance is going to wear beautifully throughout the fall season, leading up until those winter months. And I will be playing with it because I have to play catch up. I actually haven't, since I bought it, I haven't been pulling for it. So I probably wore it like once or twice, test it out, and then I pack it up, unfortunately. So I'm gonna definitely, you know, I'm happy to bring this out on my perfume tray so I can kind of play with this fragrance and show this fragrance, you know, some love. So this is Casablanca by Swiss Arabian. The next fragrance that I'm gonna be playing with in the month of November is Billie Eilish #2. And you guys have seen me rave and rave and rave about this intoxicating, beautiful, spicy, woody Palo Santo fragrance, and I ain't done raving about it yet. Okay, we got about a couple more months to go. I am so in love with this perfume. There's something about this fragrance that is so intoxicating and so addictive, you guys. This is a beautiful scent to pull for, especially for the fall, in my opinion. It comes out, the presence of this fragrance is quite loud. It's a loud perfume, and what you get from it, you get spices and woods. It has like an ebony wood in here, so mixing with the Palo Santo. It opens up a little bit sharpish, in my opinion. It's bright. It's a beautiful warm scent with some spicy touches in here, so that I find to be very captivating. It's quite cozy, and again, the wearing experience of this perfume is what made me fall in love with it, because when you spray it, when you wear this scent, it projects and it shines like crazy, you guys. So I love this perfume because I definitely love the presence and the projection and the longevity of this beautiful spicy woody fragrance. So I will most definitely be playing with this fragrance throughout the month of November. So the next fragrance I'm going to be playing with for the November month is going to be Cafe Oud by Kayali. Now, I recently hauled this fragrance, and this perfume was not an immediate love for me. It is still, you know, on the river, on the bank with this scent, but I want to, you know, dedicate some time, you know, throughout this month, throughout the fall season, to play with this beautiful fragrance, because it is in fact a beautiful scent. It's just very different, very unique in my opinion. It has a very dry, you know, slightly green essence of geranium, very prominent note of geranium, slight sweetness to it, powdery, and you do kind of get that, you know, in the far dry down, you get like a burnt geranium essence, which kind of gives you that cappuccino vibe, and that's what I get from this perfume. The more and more I smell this perfume, the more and more I learn to appreciate this fragrance. I just had to get it out of my head that this was not a coffee dominant scent, because it's really not. It's cappuccino and whatever cappuccino is, or whatever the differences are. But this is a really, you know, interesting scent. I want to play with this perfume throughout the fall and, you know, the winter season. I find it to be, it's a beautiful fragrance for this time of year. There's no doubt about that. It's a beautiful scent for this time of year. It's cozy, it's warm. Again, it has that slight burnt, you know, geranium essence, which gives you the cappuccino vibe. It's a very comforting scent to wear during the fall season, especially as the time gets a bit cold, and it has quite a decent presence in my opinion. So I intend to play with this baby and kind of feel this fragrance out some more. So Kayali's Cafe Oud is going to be coming out for this coming season. Next up, I'm going to be playing with my YSL Libre Intense, and this is a beautiful ambery lavender vanilla fragrance. As you guys know, I don't need to, you know, explain fully how this fragrance smells because everybody's talking about it, but it's a beautiful, intoxicating, warm, ambery, a little bit spicy lavender and vanilla scent. It's a little bit deeper than the original, cozier, sexier. It has a bit more seriousness to it, a bit more depth, and it's a lot more intoxicating in my opinion. There's something about this perfume that's so sexy, and I want to say to you, as this fragrance settles even more, it's becoming more alluring. Every time I smell this perfume, like smell it over again for the very first time, because the scent is still so captivating and so beautiful. I have not been pulling for this perfume. I haven't pulled for this fragrance in a very long time, to be honest. I have not pulled for this perfume in a very long time. So I look forward to pulling it out for the fall and winter season. And while we are on the Libre DNA, this one I'm going to be bringing out my Libre, the L'Absolu Platine, which is the newest release from the YSL Libre line. And this fragrance took me by absolute surprise, you guys. This is a beautiful white floral lavender forward scent that smells so beautiful, so warm, slight soapiness, very fresh and very clean, but overall a beautiful, clean, white floral, aldehydic lavender scent. Now, I know you guys are probably scared about this scent because, you know, the lavender is definitely played up, but it's played up in the most beautiful way possible, okay? It's bright, it complements the florally aspect in this perfume and makes this fragrance very cozy, very warm, very clean, and just overall really pretty. It actually smells a little bit sweeter and a little bit citrusy, but it's a beautiful fragrance. And what I love most is the projection. This fragrance has very beautiful projection, very beautiful presence. I'm not quite sure what the longevity just yet, so I will use this time to tell you guys all about it, but I am so in love with this beautiful fragrance from the YSL Libre line. So I look forward to playing with this scent throughout the fall season. Next up, I'm going to be playing with Tonka Cola by Mancera, which is also one of the newest additions to my collection. And this, like the name implies, is a cherry cola, a cherry Tonka Cola, you know, inspired fragrance. In my opinion, this opens up with a beautiful bright dose of cinnamon with the essence of cherry, like a sweet cinnamon essence, okay, a sweet cinnamon essence. And of course it dries down to a beautiful powdery vanilla with some patchouli in here. So a very interesting fragrance in my opinion. It smells like a cherry cola, quite frankly, and of course you get the tonka bean in the base of the scent. This is a really interesting smelling fragrance for me. It just smells like it definitely smells cozy, but I just like how interesting and different it smells. So for me, I most definitely will be playing with this perfume, you know, throughout the November season. I haven't had chance to play with it much as yet, so I'm going to be using this time to become very well acquainted with this fragrance. So Tonka Cola by Mancera is definitely going to be out on the tray for this month. Next up on this month's lineup is Bianca Latte by Giardini di Toscana. And this is a beautiful powdery light caramel, slightly creamy milky vanilla essence. A beautiful scrumptious smelling perfume in my opinion. Again, this is one of the newest additions to my collection, so I haven't broken it. I've never worn this fragrance, so of course I'm gonna use this time, you know, to bring her out and kind of become well acquainted with the scent and play with it a little bit. You know, most people say this fragrance is quite strong, and it does seem to have, you know, quite a decent projection, you know, from when I tested it. So I'm gonna be bringing her out this month just so that, you know, I can kind of feel this fragrance out a little bit. It does definitely smell really cozy and warm. So I definitely look forward to playing with this perfume, you guys. So this is Bianca Latte by Giardini di Toscana. Next up, I'm going to be playing with Angel Shears by Kilian. You guys, I haven't worn this perfume in ages, you guys. I have not played with this perfume because, you know, the brand just had a new release as well. So I've been playing with Blue Moon throughout the summertime, and then I came back and I went straight into, you know, my other fall scents. This is a beautiful spicy apple cinnamon pie, you know, tonka bean and woody smelling fragrance. A slight sweetness to it, but it has a nice zing to it. I think that's what kind of like sets it apart from, you know, Khamrah in particular. It has this apple essence to it, mixed with, of course, the cognac, which is truly the most intoxicating part of this perfume. And it smells expensive. It smells like, you know, it smells so exquisite, you guys. So again, I haven't played with this fragrance in a long time, and I will most definitely be using, you know, this coming month to, you know, enjoy this beautiful scent that I have in my collection that I don't show a lot of love. So Angel Shears is definitely coming out on this month's trade. Next up, I'm going to be playing with Amouage Material, and this is pretty much a spicy, ambery, sweet, woody fragrance with the essence of incense and some labdanum in the base. A beautiful, spicy, woody fragrance. Very interesting smelling with a very generous dose of sweetness to it. The spices in here are so coupled with that labdanum note and that vanilla. See, that's my favorite part of the fragrance. It just smells really captivating in my opinion. I quite enjoy that part of this scent, and I have not played with this fragrance again all year round because I do reserve this fragrance to wear during the fall and winter season. So Amouage Material, I look forward to playing with this fragrance for the upcoming season. Next up, I'm going to be playing with the ever popular Devotion by Dolce Gabbana. And this is a very new release. This is a fairly new addition to my collection. And if you guys saw my haul, you saw that while I like this fragrance, it wasn't an instant love. So I'm gonna kind of use this time to kind of feel this perfume out a little bit. As a matter of fact, I swear I sprayed this fragrance yesterday and it was really cold. And what I found about this perfume, it's a very like comforting and warm and cozy scent. It's also quite an interesting scent, okay, of course, with that candied lemon essence in the opening, mixing with that like bittersweet creamy vanilla essence. I find it to be very cozy and very comforting to smell on those really cold days. That's something that I've noticed about this perfume so far. So for me, I definitely look forward to playing with this fragrance. So far, the sillage seems to be very moderate. The projection seems to be very moderate on this fragrance. But yeah, I definitely look forward to playing with this scent a little bit more to kind of like, feel out this scent. But so far I am liking the effect that it has, on those really cold days. So Dolce Gabbana Devotion, this baby is definitely come out on this month's trade. Next up, I'm gonna be playing with my C Intense by Giorgio Armani. This for me, you guys, is such a beautiful perfume. This is a spicy, sweet black currant and woody smelling perfume. It smells syrupy. It smells like it has in a dose of amber, because this fragrance has quite a nice depth to it, but still keeping it bright and a little bit fruity. The projection on this perfume is intoxicating. I think I wore this fragrance the other day. I wore this fragrance recently and it was an absolute pleasure, you guys. It just, it kind of like clings to you and kind of stays with you all day. This is like one of the like kind of new fragrances to my collection. So I've worn it like 2 or 3 times, but I'm gonna use this time during the fall to fully bask in this particular scent and thoroughly enjoy this fragrance. So my C Intense is definitely coming out for the month of November. Next up, I'm gonna be playing with Santal Noir by Christian Dior. And this is a really beautiful, dry, a little bit spicy, sandalwoody fragrance with a slight smoky essence with some powdery touches. A really strong, interesting fragrance. I think there are some citrusy notes in here so as well that gives this perfume a light sweetness, okay? A very refreshing, powdery perfume that I don't show enough love to because I reserve it to wear during the fall and winter season. So I most definitely will be bringing this beauty out and basking in this particular scent for the month of November. So this is Santal Noir by Christian Dior. Next up, I'm going to be playing with Instant Crush by Mancera. And this is a spicy saffron, vanilla, woody smelling fragrance. There's some amber wood in here, so some sandalwood in the base. Overall, this is a sweet saffron with a powdery, sweet woody essence to this fragrance that comes off a little bit metallic in my opinion. A beautiful offering that apparently resembles Baccarat Rouge 540, but it's a little bit different to me. It's a bit heavier, stronger, a bit more woodier in my opinion. You get that saffron. For me, I get a bit more. The overall presence of this fragrance is just a lot more noticeable and a lot more satisfying in my opinion. So I haven't pulled for this baby in a very long time, you guys, and I'm not about to let this baby go to waste. I'm going to be enjoying this beautiful scent this fall season because again, I have not been pulling for this fragrance for a long time, so I'm definitely going to be pulling her out for the upcoming season. So this is Instant Crush by Mancera. Next up, I'm going to be playing with my Amia Al Oud Intense, and this is a smoky, brown sugary, sweet vanilla, woody oud fragrance, okay? The most like scrumptious, fall centric scent in my opinion. This is fall in a bottle in my own, in my opinion. I love this perfume. This is like my favorite scent to pull for the fall season. I just love the scent profile. It's a very intoxicating, burnt sugary woody oud essence with some sweet vanilla that's really cozy, that's very comforting to wear during the fall season. So my Amia Al Oud Intense, I know I have been lately swept up by a bunch of different fragrances, but for the month of fall, it's all about Amia Al Oud Intense, and I intend to wear this baby out. So last but by no means least, I'm gonna be playing with my Choco Mus by Al Rehab, and this is like a powdery, musky, sweet vanilla chocolate fragrance. It's very soft. It's a very fluffy fragrance, but really sweet and an absolute pleasure to wear, an absolute pleasure to smell, you guys. Now, I brought this fragrance in my, my most second to recent haul, and I haven't been playing with the scent because I've been just so, you know, swept up with, you know, exploring other fragrances. I wore it probably once and it was really cozy. It was really nice. And yeah, I intend to bring this fragrance out and play with it fully throughout the fall season. I do like that it does have like a soft presence to it. So I feel like, you know, even when I feel like it's a nice scent to pull out on those days when, for me, it is a relaxing scent. I do like that this fragrance is kind of like soft. The texture of it is soft and really fluffy. So I like to pull for this fragrance on those very, like, you know, relaxing days when I want to be, you know, feel nice and cozy. I do find this fragrance to be very comforting and very cozy. So I will most definitely be playing with this fragrance for the upcoming season. So this is Choco Mus by Rehab. All right, so there you have it, you guys. These are the fragrance that's going to be featured on my November tray. I look forward to playing with these particular scents. These right now are my most exciting fragrances right now in my perfume collection, if I could be honest. So I definitely look forward to enjoying these lovely selections. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a very big thumbs up. If you guys are new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that notification bell so that way you will be notified every single time I upload. And for those of you who are my returning subscribers, thank you guys for your continuous support. And until next time, see you guys in my very next video. Bye.